Hey you guys, and welcome back. Don't worry, I'm not having a muscle spasm in my entire body. Have you ever felt like you just can't find the perfect stretch? Like, my whole body's just tense. So I just got finished cleaning our little apartment. Excuse me if I might sound like a little stuffy. I was just like having a sneezing fit from all the dust. So, how you doing? Just checking in, making sure you're okay in the midst of whatever you're going through. I'm personally doing okay. I feel a lot fresher now that my surroundings around me are cleaner than they were before. I don't really have any type of small story to give, so let's just jump right into the video. Today on the Job Chronicles, we are going to be talking about my summer job that I had to hurry up and find after leaving my job at the hotel from the last episode. This particular workplace was down the street from my parents' house, just like a 3-minute drive. It's called, now I'm gonna butcher the name so bad. The store name was called like Fallas Paredes or something like that. I don't know. Anybody who speaks Spanish, you can let me know or correct me in the comments below. I do remember that there were like 3 different ways that some people would say the name. Fallas Paredes, Fallas Paredes, or my personal favorite, Fallas Paredes. This shop kind of looked like one of those shops that were kind of like a pop-up shop, so pretty much they could just pack up everything and leave whenever they wanted to. But oddly enough, they had been there for a while because my mom was a regular shopper there, so I think before I even went over there to introduce myself and apply, my mom had went with me, and the moment they saw my mom, they were just like, "Oh, this your daughter!" That probably explains why the manager hired me on the spot. I just want to say thank you, give a shout out to my parents for always taking the time to drive me to work because I still didn't have a car at the time. So thank you so much. I started my training pretty much within the week of being hired, just like at the hotel. And my training, I think, took about like 5 to 7 days, so about a week. I was still 19 at the time, or 20, but I remember they had taught me a lot about like unpacking merchandise. They taught me how to hang merchandise on the wall with these things, like these long metal pegs that look like they could impale someone. So I was kind of fearful of those, but actually still, hanging stuff on the walls was my favorite task because I just love being able to organize stuff and make it look like symmetrical and what is that? Just making it look nice. It was probably one of my favorite tasks at the time. As for register training, I was trained briefly and I only ever worked it maybe 2 or 3 times, but I'm not gonna expand upon it because nothing really significant happened with the register. And also my coworkers, they just came from all walks of life, and I think one of the girls who worked register there, I actually went to middle school with her. Just in my honest opinion, when you first walk into the store, you can't really tell that there are problems, but when you're working there, the problems immediately become apparent. It all started when I was shown the back room. So pretty much the back room is like this big old warehouse in the back with shelves all the way up to the ceiling full of boxes and crates just full of merchandise. There were stacks of full boxes and empty boxes all along the walls and on the floor. There were towers and towers of boxes. There was merchandise falling out of some boxes. There were piles of clothes on tables. I didn't know what was going on, but it was overwhelming. Sometimes I had 5 to 6 hour shifts just back there unboxing boxes and putting stuff on hangers, which was okay if it wasn't too hot, and also they allowed me to listen to my music, so I was just like, okay. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the break room. So usually I would have like a 30 to 45 minute break to go eat my lunch, so I the break room was toward the back of the store, and there was like a door, and you had to put in a specific code so that like customers couldn't really get up there. You go up this flight of stairs, it's like really bright white, you turn to the left, and then there's another door, you go through there, and it's just this big white rectangular room with one table, maybe 3 or 4 chairs, a counter towards the back of it with a microwave and a fridge. I dreaded going up there for my breaks because I usually had like 45-minute breaks, but I dreaded it because there was always little roaches crawling everywhere, and you could not pay me enough to use their fridge or their microwave. Like, have you ever come across something so dirty that you don't even feel like it's remotely possible to clean it because in the middle of cleaning you might throw up on it and make it dirtier? Moving on. So next problem, sorry I'm being so negative. Next problem was the shoe area. So there was a shoe area, and I'm just gonna post some pictures right here now. These aren't pictures of the store I worked at, but it's pretty close. Sometimes I'd have shifts where I was assigned to that area and I had to clean it up, but luckily for me, I was never stuck with it being that bad. It was a little bit better than that when it was my turn to clean it. The clothes, so pretty much the clothes racks, let's just say it was difficult to maneuver and walk my way through stuff if I was ever assisting customers with showing them where stuff was. Everything was just so tightly packed together, I could barely even walk. Like, I would literally have to go like around, you know, in the hallways that we've made, the walkways that we've made, but like in the middle, you can't really be in the middle without having something brush up on your back or you having to squeeze past something. It was just really tightly packed. And then one more thing that like kind of irritated me a little bit was there was always boxes in the hallways that we were making for people to be able to walk with their baskets. These boxes were more than likely left from other employees who either had a certain clock out time and they just left it there and would just be like,
I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today.
And they just didn't finish their task, or the boxes were probably just forgotten. Relax, guys, these photos are just stock photos and nothing compared to what I actually saw. As for my coworkers, there were 2 people that stood out. The first person was this really old lady. She worked there, and I remember she would come there from the crack of dawn all the way until closing, and she only had one job. She had this huge shopping basket with a whole mound of clothes, like 2 times taller than her, and her job was to take each article of clothing and put it back in its respective area of the store. That store is massive compared to this lady, so I'm just like, it looked remotely impossible for her to finish. Like, one basket would take her, I don't know, all I know is she got it done. So clap it up, and everybody drop a G in the comments for grandma, because that was amazing. The other person that was more so of an annoyance was this dude. I can't remember what his name was, but I swear the moment that I was introduced to this person, he was all like, yo ma, you just started working here? Yo, what them digits be? I'm about to slide in them DMs, you know what I'm saying? Our interaction was not like that, but he was kind of giving me vibes like he was just digging my existence. So pretty much whenever we had a shift together, it was just hella awkward because I was already with my boyfriend at the time. So, and my boyfriend is also my first boyfriend. So, and the only boyfriend I've ever had. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm not trying to fuck this up. Yeah, every time we worked together it was just hella awkward. So you're probably wondering, or you're probably thinking, why haven't I mentioned anything about buying anything from this store? Don't worry, I assure you that I probably bought stuff from there every other day. From purses to shoes to just a bunch of shit that I wanted to buy for my bedroom that I probably didn't even need. I definitely washed everything I purchased first before even putting it on my body. But I promise I saved up for those college textbooks, so don't worry, I am responsible. Worst shifts versus best shifts. So the worst shifts were when we got the stock truck. So just imagine that back stock room I was telling you about before with all the boxes and all the clutter, and it's just overwhelming. Every single employee, we have to get there at the crack of dawn. Every single employee is back there. It's summer, it is hot, we are all in blue jeans. And some people, for some weird ass reason, are wearing crew necks. I don't know what's wrong with you. The boxes are coming down this conveyor belt, and we have to lift and toss all these big ass boxes. Need I explain more? The best days were pretty simple. They were just the days when I was just given my tasks I was supposed to do, and then I could just be left to my own devices and work at my own pace and do things the way I saw fit. While working that job, I did want more hours so that I could make more money, but I was kind of conflicted because I didn't really want to spend my whole day inside there because, just to be honest with you, I felt so dirty leaving that place. Like, literally, there was specimens on my hands at the end of my shift that I can't even give a scientific name for. I'm sure there were. I didn't have a car, so pretty much after work I just went home and did my own thing just to wake up and come back to the job again the next day. By the time it was the end of summer, of course, we all know how it goes. It's time to put in that 2 weeks notice, so typed that bad boy up, handed it in, because it was time for me to start my junior year in college. So yeah, I had to go. There's no way I was gonna be able to go to school and then take the bus back out to Fallas. No, it's not happening. Yet again, we are jobless, but we still need money. So what are we gonna do next? I'll leave that for the next video. If you are new to my channel, please do me a big favor and go check out the rest of my content. I'm sure you'll find something there that you enjoy, but make sure you leave a like on this video first, please. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for stopping back by again to see how I'm doing. Please do me a big favor and subscribe and turn on your notification bell so that you can be up to date on any new content that I put out. Once again, thank you everybody for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!